The notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a perspective held by some individuals who believe that scientific discoveries and theories contradict their religious beliefs. This viewpoint is often rooted in a literal interpretation of the Bible and a mistrust of the scientific community. Proponents of this idea argue that science is an attempt to supplant God as the ultimate authority and explanation for the world's phenomena. One of the primary concerns of those who believe science is satanic is the theory of evolution. They argue that evolution is a lie perpetuated by scientists to lead people away from God and the biblical account of creation. According to this view, the idea that humans evolved from a common ancestor with other animals is a direct contradiction to the biblical account of creation, in which God created humans in his own image. However, this perspective overlooks the fact that many scientists who accept the theory of evolution are also people of faith who see no contradiction between their scientific work and their religious beliefs. Another area where science is seen as satanic is in the realm of cosmology. The Big Bang Theory, which suggests that the universe began as a single point and expanded rapidly around 13.8 billion years ago, is often viewed as a threat to the biblical account of creation. Some argue that the idea of a universe with no beginning or end is a direct challenge to the idea of a creator God. However, this perspective neglects the fact that many scientists who work on the Big Bang Theory are motivated by a desire to understand the workings of the universe, rather than to undermine religious beliefs. The concept of climate change is also seen as a satanic plot by some. They argue that the idea of human-caused climate change is a hoax designed to control people's lives and undermine their freedom. However, this perspective is not supported by the scientific evidence, which overwhelmingly suggests that human activities such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation are contributing to a global rise in temperatures. The scientific community is not motivated by a desire to deceive or manipulate, but rather by a desire to understand and mitigate the effects of climate change. Furthermore, the idea that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is often based on a false dichotomy between science and faith. This perspective suggests that one must choose between accepting scientific theories and being a faithful Christian. However, many people of faith see no contradiction between their religious beliefs and their acceptance of scientific theories. In fact, many scientists are motivated by a desire to understand the workings of the universe, which they see as a reflection of God's creation. It is also worth noting that the scientific method is a self-correcting process that is designed to minimize the influence of personal biases and agendas. The scientific community is a global network of researchers who work together to test and refine theories, and the process of peer review and publication is designed to ensure that scientific findings are rigorous and reliable. While it is true that individual scientists may have their own biases and motivations, the scientific community as a whole is motivated by a desire to understand the world and improve human life. In conclusion, the notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue. While some individuals may view scientific theories as a threat to their religious beliefs, others see no contradiction between their faith and their acceptance of scientific theories. The scientific community is motivated by a desire to understand the world and improve human life, rather than to undermine religious beliefs. By engaging in open and respectful dialogue, people of faith and scientists can work together to build a deeper understanding of the world and our place in it. Ultimately, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is a noble and worthwhile endeavor, regardless of one's religious beliefs.